Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast. I am your host, Chuck Manatee. And in today's episode, we're going to be covering a new movie that is coming out on Netflix on March 14th, 2025. It is called Electric State. So, as usual, what I'm going to do is just go through a little bit of the cast, some interesting information, and then we're going to have a look at the trailer. And then after that, I'll give you my thoughts. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So The Electric State is an upcoming American science fiction adventure comedy drama film directed by Anthony and Joe Russo from a screenplay by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely. That's actually based on the 2018 graphic novel of the same name by Simon Stellenhag. So, like I said, this is actually coming out on The Electric State is scheduled to be released by Netflix on March 14th, 2025. So the basic premise of it is set in an alternate 1994. A young girl is approached by a robot who claims to know her missing brother, and with it, she sets out to find him. So that is the basic premise of it. The cast for this, so the actual cast where you see the people, because there's actually a voice actors as well in this. So that would be Millie Bobby Brown. She's playing Michelle. Should know her from Enola Holmes, Stranger Things, Damsel, which is one of the newest ones, which we actually reviewed on the channel. So that was pretty cool. I believe that Ben actually liked that one. And then there's Chris Pratt. He's playing Keats. You'll know Chris Pratt from Guardians of the Galaxy and Jurassic World. Also the Lego movie. He was a voice actor in that as well. So then there's Ke Huy Quan as Dr. Amherst. This is actually quite a cool one for me because he's a Vietnamese actor, and he played Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and that was in 1984. So I do remember him from that movie as quite a little cute kid. Good to see him around. Also on that, Stanley Tucci as he's playing Ethan Skate. He's been in a bucket ton of movies from back in the day, even starting at The Devil Wears Prada in 2006, Captain America, The First Avenger, the Hunger Games films, and a bunch of others as well. Then there is Martin Kleber, and he's been in quite a few movies as well. He was actually on Howard Stern show in the 1990s. They used to that was quite a fun show, I guess. If you like the Howard Stern show, you either like it or you don't, but I do remember watching a bit of it when I was younger, so it is not for everyone. Martin Kleber's played in Pirates of the Caribbean, and Cradle to the Grave, and a couple of things like that. Zombieland. Well, he's got stunt credits for Zombieland and Hancock. But as far as movies go, I think the most popular ones would probably be arguably Pirates of the Caribbean, I would say. So as well, we have Giancarlo Esposito, and he's actually was in a series that I quite enjoyed. The first part of it ended a bit weird, but it was still fun to watch, and that's Once Upon a Time. Also on the list, that is the last as far as the cast that you can actually see. Then there are a few voice actors that I want to go through. there's Jason Alexander, and then also there's Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson you might know from Zombieland, Kingpin, what's the other ones? Natural Born Killers, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. He actually played Venom in that, Carnage in that, I beg your pardon. So yeah, I'm a big Woody Harrelson fan, and he's got quite a fun name, Woodrow Tracy Harrelson. So there's maybe some information that you didn't know about his actual full name. So Woody Harrelson, I think, is just fine. Also on that, there's Anthony Mackie. He's Falcon or / Captain America now, or mix of both. Yeah, so he's been in quite a few things over the years. I do like him. He's quite a funny dude. So yeah, it should be fun to hear his voice as a voice actor. And then there's also Brian Cox. Brian Cox has been in a few movies over the years and series. Some of the earliest stuff that I can think of. Yeah, and when I say early, I'm not talking like 80s, because there was one that I watched of him called Taming the Shrew. The Taming of the Shrew, I beg your pardon. So yeah, Richard III, Music Man, so that's like sort of 90s. Yeah, and then the more recent ones was Rise of the Planet of the Apes. That's kind of where I started putting the pieces of who he is together. So he's done a few things over the years. I mean, he's been around for a very long time, done a lot of movies, so I'm not going to bore you with all of that. Yeah, and then there is Jenny Slate. Jenny Slate did some sketches for SNL, Parks and Recreation, and then House of Lies, Kroll Show, and mostly comedic stuff, and then, you know, Despicable Me 3, so on and so forth. Billy Bob Thornton, I mean, I think a lot of people should know who he is, but yeah, he's done a lot of stuff over the years. The standout ones for me, I think, as far as his movies go, yeah, I would say Armageddon as well as Friday Night Lights. Those are ones that I know him mostly for, and also the fact that he was with Angelina Jolie for a while, so good on you, mate. Yeah, then the last one, this is quite a huge cast, so I do apologize, but I really like this guy, Alan Tudyk. He's done a lot of voiceover stuff which we've spoken about before, but he's also been in Death at a Funeral, Transformers, Dark Side of the Moon, Maze Runner, and so on and so forth. iRobots as well, now that I think of it. And a fun one is Dodgeball, a true underdog story. So that was a lot of fun and quite funny. So yeah, that's basically everyone on the cast list. So just quickly, before we watch the trailer. So principal photography began in October 2022 in Atlanta, under the working title Stormwind. On November 4th, 2022, film production was temporarily paused after a crew member working on the film died in a car crash off set. So yeah, that happened. Filming officially wrapped in early February 2023. As of February 2024, reshoots had occurred from March 20th to April 5th. The score was composed by Alan Silvestri, who has made probably his films, not him specifically, but the films that he's worked on have made just under $9 billion. So yeah, he's very popular as far, I think he's the 6th highest grossing composer. Yeah, so, and yeah, this is the 3rd collaboration between Silvestri and the Russo brothers. That's obviously after working on Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. So yeah, this was actually announced originally in December 2017, when the Russo brothers acquired the rights to the graphic novel, and they were set as producers with Andy Muschietti in negotiation. Well, they were negotiating with him to direct, and yeah, that's basically it. So it looks like they obviously taking that role at this point. The directing role, which I'm happy about. They've done some really good stuff. Infinity War was amazing. Endgame was also very good. And of course, Civil War, I think that's a standout for me for what they've done in the Marvel universe at least. But yeah, thank you for hanging on with the cast and who they are and how they fit in. So quite a huge, very popular cast list, and yeah. But without any further ado, let's get into the trailer and watch that together, and then I'll give you my thoughts. So here is the trailer for The Electric State.
You sure you want to do this?
Right now, all of us have something in common. We all lost something after the rebellion. Robots lost their freedom. Humans lost connection with each other. And I lost everyone I loved. Or so I thought.
So you want to go get your brother back? I'll go with you.
Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova, a champagne supernova in the sky.
I'm sorry. You can't change the way things are. Watch me.
Get ready.
You ready for what now?
Run, get us out of here!
What's wrong with her?
So that was the trailer for The Electric State. So as far as the aesthetics go, I mean, the cast list is crazy, so that's a box ticked. Directors good, music, obviously the scoring is going to be good. The graphics are on another level, as you saw. They look top notch, amazing. I love the designs of the robots. That's quite fun. Some of the sort of plastered faces on them as well. It looks like it's going to be, because they said comedy drama, you know, so it does look like there'll be some you know, dramatic scenes and pieces that are sad and so on, but it does look like there's a fair amount of comedy. I hope they balance that nicely, because sometimes you know, when there's a piece that needs to settle in as far as like being sad, you know, and you just jump to comedy immediately, that's not really ideal. I don't like that. I kind of like it when you let happen what needs to happen. If there's a moment, let the moment sort of settle and get in, and then, you know, move on. So this thing where guys are sort of, you know, there's a sad scene and then they kind of try to break the ice with a joke. I think Disney does that quite a bit. So yeah, they haven't stuck the landing on some of the stuff with that. You know, Ant-Man and the Wasp, when that other big-headed guy, I forget his name, but when he was sort of going to the light, let's call it that, and you know, the humor there I thought was a little bit ill-timed, but with it being in the hands of Anthony and Joe Russo, I think there might be a winner here. So that's something to look forward to in 2025. But yeah, that is it. Great cast, like I said, everything's looking in ship shape to be good. Yeah, let's see how it goes. So we'll talk about the movie when it comes out, and if there's anything else that we can speak about before the time. With regards to any of the trailer chats that we've done, if there's anything that we find interesting or that would be exciting for you guys as an audience, that'd be cool. So yeah, if you have any suggestions as far as reviews go, please do pop them in the comments below. If you're excited about this movie, also do drop a comment. And yeah, if you enjoyed the review, Lots of comments that I'm busy saying now. I felt like I said it too much. But yes, if you enjoyed the review, please do comment below, as well as showing us some love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. But that is it for today's episode of the Everything Podcast. And we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.